I'm gonna geek out on Batman again because kind of went off on Batman the first time around, only because of my issues with the Joker. But I wanted to share. I'm gonna call this my first Batman book because, like a lot of the first books that I share, I did all this. This is the patina, for lack of a better word, about the book. So I either bought this at the local pharmacy or grocery store in outside of my little town I lived in. So this was a lot of fun for me to read. Gene Colan's art, always unique, one of the most unique artists at the time, and still remains. And what always got me at the end of this was a cliffhanger. This is my first introduction to cliffhangers. To be continued. It didn't even conceive of this in 1982 as I'm reading as a kiddie, because I'm like, oh, Batman gets a vampire bite, and it's continued in Detective 317. And I have Detective 317 as well, which I buy it a month later. I managed to buy them at yeah, they're both August. They're both August 82. So I managed to get them both. And I was so excited. And then but what I didn't expect is that an issue later we have Deadshot. What happened to Batman Vampire? And then Gene Colan's off the book. And it's this looks like a Paros. Um, yeah, it looks like a Paros on Detective suddenly, and everything changes. So in my mind, I'm like, what happened? We were just doing vampires last week, but then Batman's talking to Deadshot, and now it's well the cover's a Paro, but we have it's a Conway book. So who wrote the first of this? No, it's Conway and Levitz. Okay, they were teaming up. Um, I feel like at this time, if you got Conway and Levitz both writing Batman, I feel like no one wanted to write Batman. But it was a solid story. I remember Gene Colan sold the story. I mean, his art, what he's doing is telling the story so much that, my default Batman, you think it'd be like Neil Adams or whatnot. It's a Gene Colan. I love the Gene Colan Batman, and there's a nice collection of all these books here, and I wasn't alone. This is what's selling the hardcover trade. Let me move this up a little bit for the geek out, and we'll do some autofocus here. But yeah, so it's all here in a nice hardcover collection. I think this volume one. Maybe there's another one out that I'll get to, but I'm happy that this exists as it does. All right, so that's my kitty geek out. Next Batman round, maybe the comic on record with the Neil Adams. Those are behind me. I always forget about those with the Man Bat, but that's for later. We have plenty of time. I'm not going to run out of 15 to 18-minute geek outs on my comics or my Star Trek or any other issues that come to the fore. All right, so go out and pick out volume one if it's still in print. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. A lot of fun to geek out on and all that fun stuff. It's too bright in here. Let's get some. There we go. Let's get that tone back into things. So that's my 2 cents on that. I guess I could do a whole thing going through it, but and this hardcore Batman stuff. Look, Batman's. I'm like 6 years old reading this. Maybe I shouldn't have been reading, Vampire Batman, but nonetheless, there he is doing some stuff. So this is this is pretty adult to get at the newsstands, but yeah, there he is. There he is again, and I'm gonna have to finish this, right? So it's this one, and then yeah, there he is. So what stalks the night in Gotham? So there we go. All right, pretty awesome. Let's geek out on the book. Does it have an internal cover? Ooh, look at that. Didn't even realize that. Nice buy. Go check it out at your favorite comic shop, be it local or online or however you get the comics through someone who specializes in comics. The Batman questions are curling. So are the Wonder Woman questions. I'll do Wonder Woman next time. I brought it down to the basement because that's where the doc cam is. And that's where it's going to stay for a while. And although the videos are not in total HD, whatever. We'll see. What's with the spots? Makes me feel... All right. So yeah, Wonder Woman, geek out next time. I'll bring out some classic Wonder Woman issues. Another one, also with Gene Colan. He was like drawing everything in 1982. I think he did the Catacombs Wonder Woman issue around 82. Great cover. Okay, so I'm gonna give Batman a go again. You know, I need the practice with Batman, so I'm gonna get it. So let's see where we go with the randomness. Let's zoom on in. I have to zoom it in this time, and we've got these are the questions we have discovered here, and hopefully everybody can see the white on gray. It's not too bright. Maybe it's too bright. I'm here to help. I wanna help folks out. Let's bring it down some. There we go. In the late 80s. This should be my wheelhouse. What late 80s story arc told the tales of Bruce Wayne's early days as a Caped Crusader? Oh, late 80s. In my mind I was thinking early 80s, and that wouldn't make any sense to me. It's not Untold Tales of the Batman, right? But yes, this is Batman Year One. I have those originals as well, although not behind me. They're still in the long box upstairs. But I kept those just to keep them. I haven't looked at the price of those for a while. I should have had that on my little, material. Here's expensive comics rundown I did. But anyway, yeah, this is Batman Year One. Now, what episode? No, wait a minute. I think I can get close to the number on that, because this is what I happen to have in this little piece of plastic bag. Is the New Adventures of Batman. This is dated. This is not dated. How is? Huh. Oh, I think I bought this. You can't even see it. I'm sorry. So I bought this in like the old variety packs you could pick up at like a Toys R Us or Kmart at the time. Sorry, it smells good. It still smells. But this was right after the Year One, I think. So it was like well, it doesn't matter. I'll put that. I don't know what issue Batman Year One was. I just know it was Batman Year One. So we're going to continue on with our day. Ooh, 95. Should also kind of be in my wheelhouse. Who replaced James Gordon as police commissioner when he was demoted? Ooh. Don't know. Who could replace him? Harvey Dent could? No, Harvey Dent's just Two-Face. Wouldn't be Bullock. He's too corrupt to do those things. We didn't have Montoya yet, did we? She came out of the animated series, and well, no, this is 95. That's the animated. We're still in the ballpark. I don't know. That's some real deep cut Batman. 519. Sorry, I caught my eye because this is Detective 518. We're much later onto that. So 100 issues later. Mind you. Okay, I'm gonna keep focused. No, I don't know. Look forward to that answer. Now, this is a mistake I caught myself making during my last Batman show. Oftentimes we're stuck in our long-term memory with the original way we pronounce something. So in my mind, it's always been Ral al Ghul. I realize it's Raz, and occasionally I'll catch myself, but most of the time, I'm sure I will not. Now, does that mean son of the demon? Isn't it? That's pretty because there's so many Batman son of the demon. I mean, is Batman the son of the demon, or is Raz? It's something to do with demon. That's what I'm going to call this episode. Something to do with demon. Or there's something about demon. Would that be better? No? Okay. The name of Batman's older brother from Earth 3. Now, wait a minute. There is no Batman on Earth 3. Earth 3 is where the crime syndicate lives. What Earth 3 are you referring to, card? And we have Owlman. O-W-L. Owl. Which I cannot, doesn't quite come off my Midwest tongue. This is a stumper. What kind of Earth? There are too many Earth 3s taking place, existing anymore. So I don't know the older brother. I can tell you that this is from like Grant Morrison's JLA run where he does that Earth 3. In fact, I think I have it behind me. He calls it Earth 2, unfortunately. Sorry, I know the mic. He calls this Earth 2, but it's really Earth 3. It's his retelling of the crime syndicate. First time we see him back. Nice little hardcover. Running out of room to stack stuff over here. Feel like it's going to fall. Don't know what I'm going to do with these books. Those books did not fall. No, I do not know the name of the brother from the parallel world. Let's call him Thomas. He could be Thomas Jr., which makes sense if he's the older brother. So let's say he lives on Earth 3. Now I think like Thomas Wayne was Owlman and the Earth, the crime syndicate Earth I'm thinking of, but I don't know. This could be after my time here. Next. I have no idea what book this is or what time it may take place. I'm guessing it's after it's in the 2000s. So the mythical, what was the place called? It's only referenced in Arrow like 1,000 times. And it's not coming to me. No, I'm thinking Agnor Wat. That's in Cambodia. Cambodia. Time to end my day. So I don't know. All right. Check. Answers, please. Yes, Batman Year One in 1987. Awesome. Sarah Gordon. This was who took over, who replaced James Gordon. Was Sarah his wife? Now I got to look up Sarah Gordon stuff. I'm guessing it was his wife. Okay. I'm not a Batman diehard. I just am having some fun here. It's not Trek. I'm not going to make claims to knowing Batman. The Demon's Head. Okay. Ral al Ghul is the Demon's Head. And then there's the Son of the Demon. I had the Son of the Demon first printing hardcore upstairs. I bought it at my local comic shop back in the day. Yeah, that's my story on that. Great story. I know. I'll have more of those. So that's the Demon's Head. Thomas Wayne Jr. Oh, great guess for me. I was correct. But I don't know the context. But yay for me for giving that a go. Agnor Wat. I was close, wasn't I? You give me credit for Nanda Parbat. Not Nanda Parbat. So yeah, that's in like the Arrow every season. That's like their default place to go for a lot of stuff. So there we go. That's the name of the place. And that is the end of the Batman Geek Out. That wasn't too bad for me. The more I'm exposed to the bat questions, the more I'll start remembering stuff about bats and whatnot. And I'm still looking to find some X-Men trivia if it exists anywhere, and I don't believe that it does. But I'm going to call that one a day. So go enjoy your bat day at any bat time. And that's all for now. Here I go.